Hey guys, it's not your average Karen here. Just thought I'd get on here really quick and do a book review of one of my favorite all time books. And actually, it was made into a movie, which I was so happy that the movie was like literally like on point with the book, which is very rare because even if there is a book that's made into a movie and the movie's good, sometimes they do change a lot or whatever. But with this book, thankfully, the movie lined up. The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. Oh my goodness. So I just can't tell you enough about how much, I love this book and the movie. Oh my goodness. Like Ryan Gosling is one of those people now where that was like the main role that I saw him in was Noah Calhoun. And so like every time I see him on screen now in another movie, I'm like, dude, no, you're like Noah Calhoun forever. Like, stop. But anyhow, so I actually like love that stuff, whatever, love the movie. But anyhow, the Notebook follows how this couple, Noah and Allie Calhoun, like the summer that they kind of met, and just some different like barriers that had gotten into the way. The biggest one was he was he was poor and like his parents were very wealthy and really just didn't want her to have anything to do with him and stuff like that, and how they were so in love, but then he ended up going off to war because he's just like he just didn't want to come in and cause friction into this family and stuff. And so he went off to war, and kind of got out, kind of did his own thing, came back to the area, just kind of was doing some handiwork and some other things like that. And Allie had moved on to being a nurse, and actually met another guy, and that was in the war as well. And so during her planning of the wedding, somehow or another, she meets up back up with Noah a few years later, and so they reconnect, and of course, they get up together, and it gets to a point where it's just irresistible, and like they just know like she can't get married to the other guy, and that that they're meant for each other, and so anyhow, so of course, she ends up does choosing Noah, and but the big part of it was at the beginning, and then at the end, you see where Noah's at this like kind of retirement home or whatnot, and he goes in every day to this woman's um, room and reads this story of Noah and Allie Calhoun. Come to find out, the woman that he was reading it to was Allie, and she ended up having Alzheimer's. So of course, it would be like hit or miss as to when she remembered like who he was and stuff like that and whatnot, or like the children. They had children together, obviously, and grandkids, and so it kind of was like hit and miss of that and stuff. So it just, oh my goodness, and of course that's just a little synopsis of the book, but it's just so like just the best. And so I encourage you, if you like good like solid like romance, like it will stir your heart. And on top of that, it's based out of Charleston, South Carolina. They've also like filmed it down there. I've also gone to the plantation where they actually filmed a lot of the scenes for it for this movie, and it's just that's another thing because Charleston is so charming. It's one of my favorite you know um cities. So I know I didn't really give this book the justice that it had, but just everything from the characters to the emotion. I mean, just the story in general, and then the people who played it. Like you really bought into it. Like you felt like you were right there, and it was just so like heartwarming. So if this sounds like something up your alley, please do check it out. The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. This is actually one of his earlier works. It's like his second or third, book that he ever did, and it's really spot on and stuff. So I really encourage you to read it. So with that said, if you got any questions, comments, put them down below. Let me know. Don't put too much more spoilers, which there really is not too much more in there that I probably didn't already mention, but just put all that. So comment below, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification button so that every time I post a video, you'll get notification of it. So with that said, thank you so much. I'm out because I'm not your average Karen. Bye, y'all. Peace.